Having wrapped up our faith-focused conversations for the morning, we'll now be taking a look at the world of sports. Now, the Namibia Rugby Union recently sent a national seven-side team to compete at the Ceres Sevens tournament in the Western Cape, South Africa. The invitational tournament brought together competitive sevens teams and offered Namibia valuable exposure as well as match fitness and developmental opportunities early in the season. To tell us about how this tournament went down, as well as what it means for the Namibian Sevens going forward, we are joined by Justin Nell, the head coach of the Namibian Sevens rugby team. Good morning, Coach Nell, and thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Good morning, Jemima. Thank you for having me here.
Let's start with a little bit of context. How did this invitation to the Ceres Sevens tournament come about, and why was it so important for Namibia to participate at this time?
Firstly, the tournament originated from the Barbarians team that came to compete at the Sevens tournament, here in the Ongos Valley Sevens tournament in Windhoek, Namibia last year. So through that, we connected with a club and we communicated with them, and then they said they have their annual tournament beginning of January. So I thought it best if we can get an opportunity to throw ourselves into it and go compete against these guys playing over that side. So for us, I thought it was a good thing, or I wanted it to start there so that we know where we are currently with the Sevens.
Absolutely. Now, for viewers who may not follow Sevens rugby closely, what makes tournaments like the Ceres tournament that you just participated in last week more valuable or valuable to players compared to local tournaments when it comes to exposure?
The experience. You get different sets of experience, like, and this is good for a team to compete in these tournaments. So then every tournament that you just get better and better, and then that just takes you to the next level up until you get to the international stage, and that's where you get to the big stage now. So then you are more equipped in all kind of sets of features in the sports.
Now, talk to us a little bit about the players. What was the selection process, and what were you looking for in players when assembling your squad?
The selection process also started at the Ongos Valley Sevens tournament, the grand finale that was held in Windhoek last year.
Yes.
So I had a couple of selectors. We sat down and we watched the boys compete against each other, and that's where we selected a wider group of players, giving them the opportunity like they normally don't get, because these are the guys that normally don't participate during the seasons in the 15s, or they don't get much game time. So then they are always the guys released to play the Sevens. So that's where the selection process started. And then after that, we came together. I selected a group of 38 players. We came together where we brought it down to select a group of 13 to go play there. But we still have the wider group which we're going to work from. So the guys are really enthusiastic, and they're breathing down each other's necks to wanting to wear the jersey and represent.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Competition is always good, especially when it's healthy like that.
Yes.
But Namibia Sevens rugby is still building in depth. How important are tournaments like the Ceres tournament, the Ongos tournament, when it comes to testing combinations and identifying future talent?
The start for now with Ongos is it's a good setup, and from there on we can just build. So this is the rebuild phase. We're going to take it step by step. We're not going to just jump from 1 to 10. So we're going to take it step by step. So the start that we have with Ongos now, and the tournaments that they have now, so we can just originate more tournaments from there on, because we need more exposure and we need more game time to equip our boys to be ready for anything that comes upon.
Speaking of the game, Sevens is very fast and very competitive and demanding. From a coaching perspective, what aspects of Namibia's game were most challenged during the tournament in Ceres last weekend?
For us as Namibians, we are blessed with the talent that we have here. We have fast guys, we have guys with footwork, the guys with skill. So we are equipped in all sets of the game. It's just bringing a team together, getting the team cohesion, getting them to gel, getting them more game time, and this just builds the team afterwards. So with the Ceres tournament, we started off good. We ended good as well. We started off good. Like I said, we didn't have much time with the group or the team that went to compete there. So we didn't set out to say, this is our target. I just wanted the group to gel, because this is the first time that all of them came together as a team. So I wanted them to figure it out for themselves, because I already set out what I wanted to achieve. So all the boxes, I ticked it. That's my coaching philosophy. So for them was, I wanted to see how they connect and how they got together. So we as a team created a theme for the year in which we're going to compete every tournament, which states, and this is what the players selected, and we as management falls under it. It states no excuses, just effort. And I can say with 120%, that's what our guys did in every game that they played. So the guys in Ceres were just one step ahead of us in some instances of the game. So that's where we got beaten. But I'm proud of my guys, and I think once we get together again and once we get more game time under the belt, we can do it again.
And what did the results look like? Did we manage to walk away with any accolades?
We ended up in the top 8 of the tournament out of 24 teams. The Ceres tournament this year grew up until 24 teams. The management said from Ceres that it always just ended up with 12 to 16 teams. So this was an interesting tournament, as they said, and we were applauded by the crowd also, that most of the big guns were shut out, and most of the teams that we played. So that's why I say I'm proud of what we achieved and where we ended up. So from here on, it's just upwards.
Absolutely, all the way up. Now, beyond the results, what specific areas of improvement did this tournament highlight for you and your team?
There's a lot of areas which was highlighted and which we can still improve on. But the guys did what they need to do in those areas. So I just think it's a tweak here and there, or getting them, like I said previously, just getting them more game time, because the more exposure they get in these areas of the game, it can just become better every time.
Tournaments like the Ceres tournament and other international tournaments really help players grow in terms of the exposure. They tend to grow physically, mentally. What did you see in terms of player maturity and decision making from when the boys compared to before the boys left and when they came back? How did they grow?
Now they growed massively. It started in the camp. Once we added the camp, I didn't set out many drills and stuff to do. I target them mostly mentally and preparing them for what is to come and where we're heading to. So from the start they bought in. So you will see, like we had some guys in the group that has experience, like our vice captain Aurelio Plato, and then you get like Morgan Estreisen, Enrique Husselman, and AJ Zal. They are the guys that has experience before playing for Namibia. But like the youngsters coming in, the maturity that they came with and the leadership that they came with, and that's the thing that I applaud and that I respect about the group, is like when a new guy in the group set out, and once they have water breaks and he tries to motivate the team, or he has something to say, all the guys listens to, and then they attend to it, and then they say, okay, now then we can work on this. So that is the main thing about the team. You shouldn't have somebody that looks down on you because he's played it before and he wants to say you need to do this. So the leadership, the maturity of all the players, and then wanting to listen and wanting to grow as a group, that the team cohesion was something unbelievable, something that I've never experienced before. Just seeing these guys together and working at it.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Yes.
Now, how does participation in competitions like the one in Ceres fit into the broader roadmap for Namibia's Sevens rugby landscape?
With South Africa just being next door, the exposure, and then due to that, they have a lot of clubs and teams over there. Like what makes it interesting also for tournaments like that is in the small townships is like Ceres team is not team that is based in Ceres. It's guys from different townships. So they come from Cape Town, they come from Boland, so these guys also travel to come and play there, and they also get this opportunity to play. So these small tournaments makes us better to get to the big stage and play there, because at the big stage is more competitive, but here it's more faster, it's more equipped. So for us to compete at this tournament just takes us to the next level. So once we come up to the big guys, then we can be more competitive at some stage.
Absolutely. And looking ahead, what lessons do you intend on drawing from some of the big guys that you competed against that will shape how you prepare for the competitions and tournaments that you anticipate going forward?
Like what I've taken out of the Ceres tournament is like also like we prepared. They just did it more faster than we did. So from here on out, like I said, once we get to training, once we get back to the drawing board, we're just going to work on these stuff. So like I said, it's not major things to work on. It's just a tweak here and there for them to understand if we do certain stuff and if we do it 120% full out, then because in sevens, you can't take a dip in the game. You have to be alert at all times. Now, that's the thing now. So I won't say we didn't take a dip. They were just, due to them playing tournaments before that and their agile squad, they understand each other better. So for us, it's just a team cohesion. It's getting there, slowly but surely. So I'm looking forward to it.
Mr. Niall, thank you so much for sharing those very interesting insights with us, as well as the experience that you and your team had in South Africa for the Ceres tournament.
Yeah, thank you for you guys that are also having me here.
The pleasure is all ours.